There was one potential juror who had posted on his Facebook page that he was grateful that the court had quote-unquote ruled against Trump's unlawful travel ban in 2017. But I was even surprised that the judge was willing to let that first part go, where he was celebrating a Trump loss.
Terry Kupek-Orban, Trump trial, case 1, day 3. Jury selection on a very fast pace, 7 chosen, 5 to go, plus 6 alternates. We're going to look at the profiles of the 5 that we know, the contempt charges that Trump is facing, and take the pulse of the people. And that's what we'll do. First off, I was surprised. I mean, after day 1, and no jurors were selected, so many were weeded out, 94 called in, a new batch enter. So here's what I know. I'm just going to run through the the 7 jurors. So, number 1. I guess I don't know if they're going to stick with these numbers. A male, West Harlem, originally from Ireland, gets news from the New York Times, Daily Mail, Fox News, MSNBC. Juror 2, female from UES, a native New Yorker. Who's UES mean? Upper East Side, sorry. Oncology nurse at Memorial Sloan Kettering. Gets her news from the New York Times, Google, and Facebook. That worries me. Juror number 3, young to middle-aged Asian man from Chelsea, attorney for 5 years, practices corporate law. I did not know that you could be an attorney and serve on the jury. That's how I did not know that. He gets news from juror number 4, older middle-aged man from the Lower East Side, born in Puerto Rico, works in IT, a consultant for 10 years, self-employed, gets news from the New York Daily News, which is just a rag, just an anti-Trump pamphlet. New York Times, I understand why people read the Times, because you need to get a good global perspective, but you understand even their news stories are slanted, and listens to podcasts. It's a little general. So I'm not thrilled with that. Juror number 5, younger black woman, Harlem native, teaches English as ELA. What does ELA mean? England, do we know? ELA. ELA in school for 8 years. He said ESL, English as second language. Gets news from Google and TikTok. Fantastic. Talk radio and the Breakfast Club. I like Charlemagne the God, but that's not a bastion of conservatism, according to reports. Number 6, young woman from Chelsea, New Yorker, software engineer from Walt Disney Company. Oh, let me see. Didn't the employees turn on their CEO because he wasn't woke enough? And haven't they been at war with Governor DeSantis? I know it's a general statement, but if you're Trump, how good do you feel about these top 7? And the last one, white man who lives in Upper East Side, attorney, civil litigator, gets news from the Times, Wall Street Journal, New York Post, and Washington Post. So he knows exactly how to answer that question. So,
welcome, Sally and Sherry. Welcome, my dear love, Sally and Sherry.
Former President Trump's behavior and hush money allegations. Was it illegal? 35%. Was it unethical? 31%. Nothing wrong? 14%. Don't know? 19%. 1 in 3 Americans think Trump acted illegally with the hush money. Many people don't know the law and non-disclosure agreements. For example, let's say I run for office. Big office, small office, doesn't matter. But let's say I had a business partner that ended bad. Or a relationship ended bad. And people are coming down, they're going to just trash her. They're going to say, this guy's a terrible businessman, he ran the restaurant into the ground. True or false, doesn't matter. So you go in and you say, listen, I want to run for office, whatever it is. You want to get into a condo and people want to do a background check. What's it going to take to shut you up? Nothing I said is illegal right now. And then if I pay you the money, I'll sign a non-disclosure agreement. You violate the agreement, you nullify.
Head to your pickup on W31st Street.
Nothing about it. So the average person out there goes, yeah, he did something illegal. Well, we hear about porn star and then payments. How many people say nothing wrong with that? But if you look at the law, you look at that and say you can make any allegations you want to stop any public figure that you like. Once you stop, in this case, most people in New York City, they can come out. I'm not even talking about how valid the stories are. So Trump is really ticked off. They say he's falling asleep in court, but I get it. I mean, you just sit there in the heat with nothing to read, and it's so weary, and it's hot, and it's redundant, and it's tedious, and you hear these people that are making their statements and their stories, and you say, oh my goodness, look what I think you're doing, and you're not off. Especially a guy that gets 4 hours sleep. I can relate to that. So people say, well, he's old. It's not that he's old. When you work nonstop 20 hours a day, and then you sit down and sit for 7 hours. I don't care how old you are, you get a night off. And I even heard Maggie Haberman say, I cover a lot of court cases. I watch his judges nod off. I watch defendants nod off all the time. This is not unusual.
Yeah, I'm in 31 Street and 8th Avenue in the corner. What?
31st and 8th Avenue corner.
Yeah, me too. I opened the trunk. You see the taxi line? I'm in the taxi line. You see, come to the corner where is the hot dog stand. 31 and 8.
Are you right in front of Penn Station?
Yeah, I'm from...
You're not on the avoiding at home?
No, on the other side. My trunk is open. Black car, Toyota. You see the taxi? You see all the taxi? Yeah.
Yeah, I just crossed the street. So
Okay,
I've
okay.
got to come back.
Okay, see you soon.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, hi. Okay, let's go to 62nd Road. Okay. 22nd Road. Okay, let's go.
Please use your seatbelt for your safety.
Busy section.
Does he support Tom Hazen in doing that and Marjorie Taylor Greene? We'll talk a little baseball and more with John Smoltz, who's also very well read on the political culture. I'm not sure we'll get into that too. What is it like being so great at three things? Baseball, golf, and broadcasting. Back to the moment. Brian's got a lot more to say. Stay with Brian Cosby. On Talk Radio 77. For years, my good friend Charles Payne for Fox Business has taught investors the strategies needed to beat the market. His last book, Unstoppable Prosperity, was a bestseller, delivering over 200,000 copies. But now, the extra investors are spending more than a $1 million single run and want to improve and change the rules. That's why with the new book, Sit Down Now, Unbreakable Investor, to help guide you to take into new investing landscape. But today, my listeners get their copy for free. Just text the word Brian to 505-505. Now, how would you like to see relevant without worrying about your market turbulence, your investing strategies? How would you like to peace of mind? A big old investor like or AMD. And since partnering with Apellis, I've learned there's an advanced form of dry AMD called geographic atrophy, or GA. This struggle with vision loss made me want to help others know about GA's warning signs. For some, colors appear dull or washed out. For others, hazy or blurred vision make it hard to see details, like fine print on price tags. Many have trouble seeing in the dark.
making driving at night difficult. GA gets worse over time and cannot be reversed. If you think you have GA, don't wait. Treatments are available. Ask a retina specialist about FDA-approved treatments for GA and go to GAWon'tWait.com.
This is Kim Comando's Daily Tech Update. Just when Tesla thought that things couldn't possibly get worse, they did. As of yesterday afternoon, all Tesla Cybertruck deliveries were completely halted. And if you already own one, do not drive it. I'm Kim Commando, brought to you by NetSuite. Attention business owners, get a one-of-a-kind flexible financing program at netsuite.com/Kim. Only 3 years ago, Tesla could literally do no wrong. Its stock was sky high, over 400 shares. Everyone envied the car until they found out what owning an EV was really all about. Sales plummeted. The stock is just down to over $150 with no bottom in sight. 14,000 employees have been laid off so far this year. Now owners are reporting that the truck's accelerator, which staked in a full-speed position, is being called the fatal flaw, and all deliveries are stopped. I fully expect a recall. So if you're an owner, keep that Cybertruck off the road until it's been serviced. Your life may depend on it. Sign up for my free newsletter at getkim.com. Okay, quick math. The less your business spends on operations on multiple systems, on delivering your product or service, the more money you keep. It's obvious. But with higher expenses on materials, employees, distribution, and borrowing, everything costs more. So fewer doing cost of things. Small businesses are graduating to NetSuite by August. NetSuite is the #1 SaaS financial system, bringing accounting, financial management, inventory, and HR into one platform. With NetSuite, you reduce price and cost with the NetSuite local service. NetSuite has extended its one-of-a-kind flexible financing program for a few more weeks. It's at netsuite.com/Kim. That's netsuite.com/Kim. netsuite.com/Kim. Hey folks, it's Gary, president of the Real Estate Authority, and your response has been great. Thanks so much. I really appreciate it. So again, if you need to sell your home, listen to me carefully. The market is changing. There's not enough supply for the demand. So if you own a home right now, you have gold. Take advantage of it. Even if you owe more on your home than it's worth and you have to short sale it, you're making money. We'll get the bank to pay you. Even if you have a property that is in need of repairs, no problem selling it. There's not a house I can't. 707-1452. Here's the problem. There are too many people that are getting wrong information, and it's costing you thousands and thousands of dollars. Realtors that are lowballing, investors that are trying to steal your property. You need the facts, and that's where I come in. Money doesn't motivate me. You do. So call me at 800-707-1452. If your house is an investment property or has non-paying tenants or squatters or for sale in need of repairs, or you just have equity and you want more equity, I know how to sell a property. Call me 800-707-1452. That's 800-707-1452.
If you're interested in it, Brian's talking about it. You're with Brian Kilmeade.
I don't think he's definitely not going to be Speaker next Congress if we're lucky enough to have the majority. And I think that is widely held belief throughout the conference.
The motion will get called, and then he's going to lose more votes than Kevin McCarthy. And I have told him this in private, like weeks ago.
So Tom Massey, of course, he's the voice of the people. And Marjorie Taylor Greene, that's my guiding light. They are going to come out and they're going to oust the speaker. That is really in the best interest of Republicans. It's not in the best interest of the Democrats. It's not in the best interest of the country. If you disagree with legislation, you don't fire the guy on your own team, I don't think. Congressman Kevin Hern joins us now of Oklahoma. He's chairman of the Republican Study Group. Also, he's a member of the Ways and Means Committee. Congressman, welcome back.
Great to be with you, Brian. Thanks for having me.
Congressman, I think I was just stunned that Congressman Massey is going to disagree on aid. That's fine. And the standalone bills, okay. But he's going to oust the speaker and told him to quit just to save himself some trouble. Do you think that's in the best interest of your party and your country?
Well, Brian, right now we have, as you all know, and you report every single day, we have a lot of things going on around the world, the chaos in the Middle East, what's going on with Iran and Israel. It's really important to all of the southern border issues. what we're dealing with China, Ukraine. Right now, we need to be focused on that. It's really concerning that we would go through another speaker battle at this point in time.
So you're not for that? You will back Tom Massey?
I will not. I think right now we have to keep our leader in place. There's a time and place for changing that. We can do that in November. Right now, we need to stay focused on the main thing, which is protecting this nation and our allies around the world.
So we're looking at, he's going to propose 4 standalone bills, right? And one's going to be Ukraine, one's going to be Israel, one's going to be Taiwan, and one's going to be some mix of Indochina and TikTok. You want to just focus on Israel, right?
I do. I put forth an Israel bill. I knew this was coming down the pike back in January. We proposed a standalone Israel bill to send it to the Senate. It was done on suspension. Couldn't get enough Democrats to support it. Wanted to get a rule vote on an Israel vote. I know this is all technical stuff for the listeners, but it was really important because then you only need a simple majority. I believed and we believed it would pass. That would send it to the Senate, force Chuck Schumer at that time to either up or down vote on support of Israel. And we didn't get that. And now what happens? We got a bill coming back that's $95 billion. That's real convoluted. American people want the border secure before we fund Ukraine. Or simultaneously funding Ukraine, and we can't get any Democrats to think that the southern border is important at all. And we have 9,000 to 10,000 Americans dying every single month.
So how do you see this coming out today? You know it's supposed to be a huge week for everything you just mentioned.
Oh, please.
So I
would
know
love
that they're working on these 4 separate bills, and nothing's out there for the rules
Just
committee to study. So
a latte. Just a regular plain old latte. Skim. Yep. Cold. All right, awesome. Thank you so much. Bye.
he's playing.
That was one of the key hotels, the Tropicana Bar.
Oh, yeah.
I worked there for years with a hooker.
Yeah. The six when I first came to Vegas, yeah. Mark, I want to add 2 points about this trial. Number one, no question. Questioning for juries. I want questionnaires for judges. Our system is so corrupt. Number 2, Mark, do you remember in the 80s during the AIDS epidemic, Trump did not shake hands. He was known as a germaphobe.
Yeah, well, that's not true. That's a total myth. Somebody started that.
I don't care. He's not going to have sex with no porn star.
Yeah, he was. But listen, somebody started that rumor that he was a germaphobe. Somehow got him, and he loved it. It sounded like Michael Jackson, like Court.
Oh, yeah.
But I was around there. He was shaking hands all the time.
He was? Well, I see he shake hands now. I can't believe he was going to have sex with a porn star. I don't care what.
That doesn't sound like any guy I know. I don't know any guy that would do such a thing.
What? Would you what?
Have sex with a porn star.
Not Trump. You didn't need to.
Oh, yeah. If you say to any guy, how would you like to have sex with a top porn star? I guarantee every man would say, no, absolutely not.
But number 2, Mark, even she admitted on the air with Anderson Cooper, she said it was only once. She said it.
Oh, how many times do you have to have sex with this porn star?
Well, if she's that damn good, maybe you want to try.
Apparently she wasn't, so,
Oh.
Anyway, thanks for calling. I don't know what happened. I did not sign some document that you didn't have sex with. Now, who knows why at that moment she claimed that, but, first of all, it doesn't matter if you have sex with her. There's nothing illegal about that. There's nothing illegal about paying us money. Signing a non-disclosure, perfectly legal, done all the time. Let's go to Vincent in Brooklyn. Vincent, how you doing?
I'm doing okay. Hi, Mara. How you doing today? I hope everything's fine. Mom.
Hey, Vincent, we love Mara, but some women are so... You ever hear women say, I can't believe a guy would have sex with a porn star. They actually believe this.
Well, a lot of guys would, you know. Mark, you just have to love Donald Trump, the master tactician that he is. Alvin the Chipmunk Bragg throws a bushel full of lemons at him. Now, what does Donald Trump do? He not only makes lemonade, he makes limoncello. He made that this crooked judge and Alvin Bragg look like fools yesterday when he went to Harlem. Mark, yesterday on WOR News, a man on the street interview soundbite epitomizes the problem that Donald Trump will find in people for an impartial jury here in New York. Yesterday on WOR, when interviewed, I heard a woman on the street say to the interviewer, yeah, I could be impartial, but I think he's guilty. You could check yesterday's news soundbites, and even several of my friends said, wow, this is a little crazy. One person, when asked about was a Trump supporter, he started cursing and they had to bleep him out. Another an African-American gentleman was really cool. He said, given the politics of New York, he thought it was hard. The guy was a real gentleman. Yeah. And then they put this bizarre lady on. She must have been E. Jean Carroll's friend or something like that. She actually said,
that's why you go out the street and people forget bugs, and get colorful people, get idiots, get nice people, get crazy.
Mark, yesterday, I'm telling you, all of the news, all of the real news agencies were talking about how Donald Trump cleaned their clock, Joe Biden's clock, when he went up to Harlem. I predict also that he's going to go to the Hasidic community. He's going to also go here.
He's going everywhere in the next 6 weeks. He's going to do one of
Because Alvin Bragg has yet to prosecute anybody for attacking the Hasidic Jews in Williamsburg and out in Brooklyn and defacing their property. He'll also go...
We got to do the news, but you're absolutely right. Hey, by the way, we'll get back to this. Mara made a brilliant point. I never heard this say before. Why doesn't the judge have to fill out a questionnaire? They check in the history, the social media, the comments of everybody.
This is my campus. It comes a day after the Anti-Defamation League says hate crimes against Jewish New Yorkers have spiked. Jury selection will resume tomorrow at Donald Trump's hush money trial. 7 jurors have been seated, meaning 11 more are needed. And Gilgo Beach murder suspect Rex will be back in court today. He pleaded not guilty to murdering 4 women whose bodies were found near
Partly to shower 57. Saturday, partly cloudy, high 68. Partly cloudy this hour, 58. Richard Domenic has the Weather Channel on 710 WOR.
This report is sponsored by Judiciary Courts of New Jersey. This year, thousands of New Jersey homeowners will lose their homes. You don't have to be one of them. If you are falling behind, contact the New Jersey Courts to learn more about your options. Call 609-421-6100. That's 609-421-6100. Your next update is 11 o'clock. Breaking news at 1. I'm Jacqueline Carl on 710 WOR.
I'm Frank Miller for Ron.
Over here is good.
About the strength of the early going, the Dow seeing triple-digit gains.
Okay, you have something in your bag. Thank you for choosing us. Have a good day.
Thank you very much.
There's some concerns that the Federal Reserve may hold off cutting interest rates until later this year. Speaking yesterday, Federal Reserve Chair Jerome Powell said that interest rates may likely remain higher for longer, cited a lack of progress towards reaching the central bank's inflation target. Specifically, he said that recent data showed solid growth and continued strength in the labor market, but also a lack of further progress on returning to the Fed's 2% inflation goal. According to the latest from the CME Group's FedWatch tool, the chances of a rate cut in June have now tumbled to 15%. And in economic news this morning, the Mortgage Bankers Association said there was a significant rise in mortgage applications last week. The MBA's market composite index up 3.3% from last week, and that's after it was up just 0.1% the previous week. The purchase index of 5%, the refinance index up 0.5%. I'm Frank Miller for Ron and Sana on New York's 710 WOR.
WOR has your chance to see Brooklyn's own Barry Manilow during his Radio City Music Hall residency. Listen to Len and Michael tomorrow morning at 8:25, and you could win. Hey, Sean Hannity here. I've got some exciting news. You can now start feeling self-assured about your smile. Smart Arches Dental Implant Center in New York and New Jersey is going to boost your confidence with an amazing transformation in only one day. Smart Arches delivers new smiles every single day. They are pros at solving dental issues and replacing bothersome dentures with an amazing permanent smile, and it's affordable. It's only $12 a day. Now start today again with a newfound confidence. All you have to do is dial pound 250 on your mobile and say smile again, or just go to their website, smartarchesdental.com. They'll give you a free consultation and a $3,000 discount. That's pound 250 on your smartphone. Again, keyword smile again, or go to their website, smartarchesdental.com. Get a free consultation, save $3,000. And by the way, if money is a concern, call the doctors now, pound 250, keyword smile again.
Like, share, subscribe.
Smart Start. Your life back. If they do $2,000 in casino bonus. We've given away. Getting started. Every day at 6 p.m., you get 3 chances to spin the reward machine reel. There are 3 ways to win. 1, match any 3 symbols for an instant win. 2, collect symbols each day for a chance to win weekly prizes. Or 3, win up to $2,000 if you collect 3 trophies. FanDuel has given away over $100 million to hundreds of thousands of people through reward machines. So what are you waiting for? Download the
Like, share,
FanDuel casino app by
subscribe.
going to FanDuel.com/iHeartNJ and start playing reward machines today. That's FanDuel.com/iHeartNJ. No purchase necessary. 21 plus and present in New Jersey. Bonus issued is non-withdrawable casino only. Site credit that expires 7 days after receipt. Restrictions apply. See full terms at FanDuel.com/casino. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit FanDuel.com/RG. Hey, it's Michael Riddle. I am very excited to invite you on my first ever international trip with WR listeners this November. Join me for an unforgettable journey experiencing 2 iconic European cities in one tour. All the details can be found at michaelchris.com. With a memorable itinerary plan, explore the bustling, multicultural city of London and all the historical sites the city has to offer. We'll have a fish and chip dinner at a local pub one evening as part of a full London experience. And then you'll feel the romance, the optimism, the incredible sense of excitement in the City of Lights, Paris. Your city tour will be aboard a tuk-tuk and will be sipping champagne. There will be a choice of unique walking tours, cocktails with you and your fellow adventurers, and the chance to make plans of your own during free time in the city. We'll be enjoying so many special experiences together, including a gourmet dinner to the Eiffel Tower. It is a trip of a lifetime, and I really hope you can join me. You can get all the details at michaelchris.com. WOR on your phone, on your tablet, on the free iHeartRadio app. Texas will have interactive extensions and Texas business loans. And the candidate in Texas credit card fees getting into your profit? Well, we've got some exciting news.
customers 2 price points based on how they pay, full or credit card price. It's that simple. And here's the best part. You can enjoy 24/7 support, next day funding, a virtual terminal, online gateway, and ACH processing. Our patented solution is available in all
Sally, there's many places they can pick up food free.
thousands of businesses looking to eliminate processing fees for good. So if you're ready to take your business to the next level and say goodbye to credit card fees, call 800-832-5149 now. That's 800-832-5149. Don't miss out on this incredible opportunity. Call 800-832-5149 and make the change today. That's 800-832-5149. Again, 800-832-5149.
This is Dr. Stephen Greenberg. Tune in to Nip Talk Weekend Edition every Saturday at 9 p.m. and Sunday at 10 a.m. for everything that you ever wanted to know about beauty, fashion, health, and cosmetic surgery. Or check out our website, greenbergcosmeticsurgery.com.
The free iHeartRadio app has over 100 commercial-free stations like One Hit Wonders. Just search One Hit Wonders and listen now on your free iHeartRadio app. Free never stops.
Yeah,
So good.
pick up from the inventory, yeah. That's what I do sometimes.
Hey, Rob Astorino, longtime broadcaster. Also, he was the Westchester County executive. And now he's back on WOR every Saturday at 4 o'clock. He does a show Saturdays at 4 o'clock right here on 710 WOR. He's also back on Twitter. You can follow him at Twitter. Rob Astorino, how you doing?
I'm great. I'm having such a good time on Saturdays at 4 o'clock, Mark.
Are?
I really am. It's a fun show. I enjoy it. You know, I don't get to see you because when I come in Saturday afternoon, you're not hanging around on the weekends over there, nor should you.
No.
But other than that, it's great.
Hey, he went from broadcasting government to broadcasting. Where do you now submit? Broadcasting is a lot more fun. Government, you got to meet with the water commission, you got to do this, you got to count. Broadcasting is just fun, isn't it?
Yeah, well, you know, meeting with the Water Commission, that's fine. Meeting with the Democrats in the legislature or crazy outside nonprofit groups, that's not fun because they've all become so radical and nothing makes sense anymore and there's never enough money. There's a group in Westchester, Westpac, that gets county funding, I think it's state funding. They're the ones behind all these radical protests,
Eating watermelon.
you know, Death to America stuff across the country, and they're getting taxpayer dollars to do this stuff.
Well, and where's the taxpayer dollars coming from? The legislature?
Well, they get county dollars, they get, I think, state grant funds. It's quote, non-profit, community-based group, just like so many of these. You know, it's like, look at NPR. All of these organizations that are reliant upon government dollars, that is tax dollars, which are, you know, shelled out by leftists in office because it's just one of those examples. I give you tax dollars in exchange for you give me support in the election. You get me organizers, you give me donations, which, by the way, you know, it all comes from the same source. So it's one big cabal, but look at the destruction it's doing in this country.
The second you burn the flag or yell something about Israel or anti-Semitic, anti-Israel or support Hamas, shouldn't you get your funding cut immediately?
Not only that, but you know what? If you're chanting death to America and burning an American flag, aren't you renouncing your citizenship? And if you are, shouldn't you be thrown the hell out of this country? Think about it for a second. They're saying, I do not love this. Forget loving your country. You don't have to love your country to live here. But saying death to this country, burning the flag and all its principles, means you want nothing to do with anything about helping your country move forward. In fact, you don't consider it your country. You hate the country or the country you're in, and you want it destroyed. So shouldn't that be a renunciation, at least, for domestic terrorism? Consider that?
Yeah, absolutely.
Why are we putting up with this concept? Do we not think we're going to go the next step? And what is the next step? Shouting louder? No, the next step is violence.
Hey, as a government leader, you were up there in Albany arguing with these crazy, kooky, left-wing legislators. What is that like when you're talking to them, when you're trying to get somewhere with them? Do you look at them and see that it's useless, that they're not going to ever budge?
Tickery,
So, Mark, now that I'm familiar with the studio, turn around, look at the wall, bang your head against it, and that's the experience that you would have if you went up to talk to these Democratic legislators in Albany, or really anywhere.
because there really is no sense anymore, and it's sad because there was a time where Republicans and Democrats didn't agree, but in some respects, we put the swords down at the end of the day, and you could talk, you could be friends, you could have a cordial relationship, you respect each other, you're coming from opposite sides, and once in a while, on some of the big important stuff, you can compromise. It's not happening anymore. It's the left, which is so firmly controlling New York right now in all aspects. It's become ungovernable, and I mean, look at Mayor Adams. I mean, I honestly think there is a part of him that knows he has to do something, that wants to do something and fix some things. He realizes, especially as a former cop, you cannot have the city burning down. You can't have lawlessness. But he gets zero help from the council, right? And zero help from Albany. And there's only so much you can do administratively, although I think you can do a lot more by directing the police department to do certain things, the budget department to cut certain things. There are a lot of things you can do as an executive without the council's approval. But the stuff, the policy stuff, the stuff where you need laws passed, you're not getting any help.
No.
There go the dogs.
So, I got two of them. I think Adams would really like to fix this. I think he has absolutely no clue how to do it. I don't think he's got the stomach to fight with anybody, stand up for anything.
Get up, stand up. Stand up for your rights. The big band with the big bands.
He's never going to get anything accomplished. He hasn't got the backbone to go through any issue.
No, look, I think there's two different things there. Kathy Hochul is, and I know this for a fact, people who deal with her, business, and government, she's way over her head, way over her skis. She is, I don't think it's confident that she is completely and utterly weak, and you cannot be in that position as executive. She's given up everything for her life. Really, all power in the budget. You can put in the budget language, stuff that you want, policy, that's not fair. He's outnumbered at times, but you realize what Bobby's position and mechanism. She realizes it and is not using it. It's a dereliction of duty, and she could get.
Yep.
He came out strongly on the things that everyone knows needs to get done. You can't be muted. You can't try to appease because the left cannot be appeased. They'll just take more and see weakness.
Hey, if you watched the Trump visit yesterday to Harlem, get the video from the webpage. Watch when he gets out of it. There's a huge crowd in Harlem. Watch them cheer him, chant for him. Obviously, they're not thrilled with these left-wing troops running their neighborhood and what it's done to them. So, shouldn't that scare Democrats when they see the crowd cheering Trump at Harlem?
I have to tell you, nothing inflames Democrats more than a Republican in what they consider their territory. They become so indignant, like they urinated on that turf and nobody can go near it. And that's what they do. And so I think Republicans should always be playing offense and go into those kind of areas because those areas that are non-Republican tend to be more a minority. I believe those can be switched. Some of them, not all of them, but you know what? Little by little, that's how
Yep.
built. And I think with this economy, with the left going bonkers on all this social stuff, I think, and you can see it, there is a passion to get away from that. And Trump is the vessel right now, but I think Republicans all over, up and down, would be very wise to go into so-called minority areas. You can't come out losing because you can only come out being in those areas with votes or new supporters.
Hey, Rob Andrino's back on Twitter. You can follow him there.
Yeah.
Oh, here's a good tweet. John Sterling. I'm a big fan of his. He's a great guy, John Sterling.
Yeah.
We're going to miss him, aren't we?
Monoview, Mono...
מה קורה?
מה הקוד?
38.
White people?
כן, ובפנים זה שנת לידה שלך, 1967, אני יודע. המנעול בפנים. מה, אתה עדיין בחוץ?
17 מה?
38.
הנה, נפתח. כוש של אחותך נפתח.
נהדרת, שומרת נגיעה. טוב שבאת עכשיו בזמן, כי יצא חוק חדש שאסור להיות בברזיל מעל חודשיים.
3 חודשים.
כתוב חודשיים. וגם הם רוצים פעם הבאה שאתה בא, שתראה כל מיני חשבונות בנק, שידעו אם לשלוח לך שודד, ואיפה אתה תהיה, איזה מלון תהיה, שידעו אם לשלוח לך שודד למלון. ראית איזה דפוקים? רוצים לדעת כמה חשבונות בנקים יש לך ומה היתרה, ואיפה תשב באיזה מלון.
הייתי מאוד מכוערת.
כן.
רציתי להתחתן שם, תביא זה וזה. לא יודע אם חשוב דבר לעשות.
יפסידו תיירים ככה, איזה תייר ירצה לנסוע לשם
כן. לא יודעים לשלוח חשבון בנק, לא יודעים לך להתחתן. אתה יודע להתחתן איזה בלגן? בזבזנו על $1,000 לניירת עדיין לא נראה, אתה צריך לעשות זה וזה.
בגלל זה אנשים אוהבים אמריקה, הכל קל פה, אתה הולך $10 אגרה, מביא את אלי שיהיה עד ואתה נשוי. ולהתגרש אתה רק הולך לבית משפט ואומר רוצה להתגרש, לא צריך אפילו להביא את המגורשת, לא כלום.
כן, אמריקה קל.
לא צריך רבנות, לא כלום בארץ. רבנות, איזה בלגן בארץ להתגרש.
אתה יכול להתחתן ביוטה, איך קוראים לו? $200, אונליין, אפילו לא צריכים שתהיה שם.
כן, איזה קטעים.
אמרת 1978?
1738.
17, למה זה נכנס לי לראש? 17, אוקיי, אז אני אשנה את ה-1738, אתה
כן,
בטוח?
אל תשנה את השיר. יש שיר כזה שאומר 1738.
אני לא זוכר את זה. 17, אז זה ה-1. 1 למטה, 7.
לא, בפנים לא שיניתי, אתה יודע, ההוא של... בפנים זה שנת לידה שלך. אתה יודע, יש עוד מנעול בתוך הבית.
כן,
מנעול הבזיקי הזה. איפה מצאת אותו?
את המנעול?
אז מה תעשה עכשיו? תנקה את הבית, תחזיר את הכל חזרה?
לא, אני אקח כמה דברים שאני צריך, סדין וזה וזה.
אתה משאיר את הכל שם? אני לא מבין, איפה שאתה...
כי אני הולך לעשות את זה הרבי, אני הולך לטייל עוד הפעם.
אז כן, תסדר אותו, תנקה אותו, אתה יודע, שיראה סיבילייז, לא סיבילייז.
כן. שיראה נחמד.
איפה אתה נוסע הפעם? בפיליפין? סע לתאילנד, תנסה קצת תאילנד.
כן.
תאילנדיות נהדרות.
כן.
תגוון, מה, אתה כל הזמן אוכל אותו דבר? כל הזמן אוכל ברזיל, יצא לך מהראש את ברזיל.
כל הזמן אתה אוכל...
כן, תשנה קצת, תגוון קצת.
כן, ארגנטינאיות, יותר גרמניות מהברזילאיות.
גם יותר יפות, הן יותר לבנות, בלונדיניות. הן נראות כמו שוודיות.
כל הארצות שעל הפנים אתה יכול לתפוס בחורה טובה, לתקוע אותה.
לא, אבל הארגנטינאיות הן סנוביות, הן לא זורמות כמו...
לא בדיוק.
בגלל שהן יפות הן מרשות לעצמם.
כן, אבל ראיתי כמה בבתי מלון, באה אחת אותיני ליד אבא שלה שם. היא באה עם אני והיא ככה הולכים על הבוקר. קמילה לא רצתה לבוא לעשות פה, הולך על הבריכה. קיצור עם חוטיני שוחים, דוחף לה אצבעות. תקעתי אותה שם בגג בתוך הבריכה. אחר כך, אחרי איזה חצי שעה אבא שלה בא. והיא עם חוטיני שם. אחר כך קמילה בא ואני משחק אותה כאילו רק עכשיו
כן, כולם חוטיני שם, זה הסטייל.
כן, בקיצור.
כן.
ומי שלא זונה, אתה יודע מה היא?
בת זונה.
בדיוק ככה. כל הילדות אפילו, 13, 14, הכל מוטיני שם. יש את הבטטות, שמנות על ההיסטור. אפשר לשים שם אוטו בתוך התחת שלהם.
בברזילאיות שמתי לב הסטייל, חזה קטן תחת גדול.
כן.
אז ככה הם אוהבים, כן.
ככה שלי, חזה קטן תחת גדול. אבל כן.
כמו בת יענה.
נהניתי, תגיד לך, עצם העובדה שאני לא... פה בחורף לא הצלחתי לישון עם החימום, היה מייבש לי את הפה. אני צריך להביא איזה סיסטם ככה להרטיב את החדר.
כן.
אז זה מה אני עושה? אני לוקח.
כן.
יש לי את המכונה הזאת שעושה עדים, אבל זה לא מספיק, אני שם מגבת רטובה ליד הפה, ליד הראש.
אני שם בקבוק מים לידי, אני שותה. אבל תבדוק, תעשה medical examination. מה קורה?
זה טראי.
אלי כמה פעמים הלך לעשות את הטיפול הזה, והוא אוכל כל פעם, אומרים לו לא לאכול, אוכל כמו חזיר, ביטלו לו לגמרי את הפגישה, אמרו לו עזוב, אתה לא מתאים לנו. צריך לעשות פגישה. הוא פחד, שחפו לו דברים לתחת. אמרת לו, לא מסתכלים על זה צורה כזאת, מה אתה...
זה בריאות.
שואבים לך את כל החרא, יש הרבה... בגלל זה אתה נרדם כל מקום, יש הרבה דברים מצטברים שם, שואבים, מנקים, מה יש?
לא, זה גם אולי יש גידולים.
כן, הם מורידים את כל הגידולים.
לי היה 3, 4, 5 גידולים בפעם הראשונה, בפעם השנייה היה רק 2. גידולים קטנים.
כן, צריך להוציא אותם, בגלל זה מפריע לו המחזור הדם, נרדם כל מקום. בוא נתקשר אליו, שים אותו על הקו, תסביר לו ש... צריך ללכת לעשות את זה, איך מוסיפים? בוא נראה. עד אילי. רציתי להוסיף עם יוסי, לא הולך.
את המפתחות שמתם בקמפר גם כן?
לא, המפתחות זה מבפנים, במנעול בפנים.
לא, היה לי חבילה של מפתחות.
המפתחות של הקמפר זה במנעול בפנים, אבל לא יודע אם אתה מדבר על חבילה של מפתחות. המפתחות של בחוץ זה מבחוץ. המפתח של הקמפר זה במנעול בפנים.
לא היה חבילה מפתחות בשום מקום.
על הדלת שם, לא יודע, יש לך בחוץ על הדלת. תסביר לאלי, בוא ננסה להתקשר לו שיעשה את הטיפול. הלו. כן, מנואל גם על הקו. הוא אומר שתעשה את הטיפול של ה... איך קוראים לטיפול הזה?
רק שנייה.
כן. תעשה את הטיפול של הקולונוסקופי, כי זה מורידים הרבה גידולים שם.
כן.
מתי הפגישה הבאה? מתי הטיפול הבא? לא, הם לא יגידו לך, כי ראו שאתה כל הזמן אוכל, הם לא יגידו לך, אתה צריך להתקשר אליהם.
לא יגידו לי, אומרים זה...
הם לא יגידו לך בחיים, אתה צריך להתקשר אליהם, לשאול אותם, להתעקש שיכינו לך תאריך, כי נמאס להם ממך, כי אתה בא כל הזמן אוכל.
חודש.
אתה צריך לקבוע תאריך, כי הם נראה לי שאתה שיגעת אותם, הם כבר לא רוצים להתעסק איתך. אתה כל פעם אוכל.
כן, הגעתי אתמול בלילה. אתה יודע איזה זול האובר בברזיל? משהו. בברזיל אתה יכול לנסוע שעה ב$12, $15.
הכל שם זול יחסית, מה אתה חושב? האוכל.
לקחתי מונית 4 קילומטר, 3 קילומטר, 3 מייל, לקחתי $30.
לקחתי אתמול מישהו לניו ג'רסי שעתיים, עלה לו $350.
וואי, בברזיל היה עולה $25.
הנה, אלי מנסה להתקשר. כן. הנה, אלי על הקו שוב. כן, מנואל חזר אתמול, אז איפה ישנת אתמול?
אמר חוזר היום, לא אתמול.
לא, הוא אומר חזר אתמול.
בבית, פה. לקחתי סדין מהחדר הקטן.
לא, אבל היה לך בעיות למפתחות, איך נכנסת?
לא, היה לי מסכה, יש לו, הדייר שלי יש לו מפתח. תבוא תשאל אצלי, מנה. כן? במלון. יש אישור. יש אישור. לא, פתחתי, יש לי מפתחות לאחורה, קדימה. כל הדיירים שלי יש להם מפתחות של החדר שלי. כנראה כולם הם 2. אנשים טובים, לא?
הכי טוב זה המנעולים האלה שאתה שם מספר קוד וזה.
עכשיו טוב שלא הצאתם את הכל. כן, ידעתי שלא צריך ללכת, אתה סתם תשתגע. אני לא יודע.
טוב, אמרת בוא, עכשיו תחזיר את הכל, אלי.
בוא תחזיר. שתגיע אותי, תלך, תוציא את זה, עכשיו אני לא יודע שהוא לא יישאר שם, מה יש לו לעשות שם? וזה לא הלך. יישאר חודש, חודשיים, אם האספו יחתום. מקומות כאלה זה לא לגור, זה רק לטייל. כמו בהר שהולכים מסתעפים בהתחלה, הייתי באמזונס. כן, הייתי תפס את הפירניה, קטנים קטן. נושך אותי. שם הפירנה זה דג שתופסים כל היום. זה לא מצחיק שלם. אבל זה כמה מצחיק. הרבה אנשים שם, כל האצבעות שלהם, יש להם צלקות. הפירניה מביא פיס, מוסיף להם חצי אצבע. תופסים אותם ביד ונושכים אותם? תופסים הרבה, אבל מדי פעם הדג מתחלק, ואז הוא נושך אותם. כן. הוא עושה להם, הוא מוסיף בשר, אתה יודע איזה שיניים. אז זה כנגד לא השיניים שלו. כן. אומרים שגם כן, אבל רק פספס, אתה יודע.
פירנה זה דג כשר הפירנה? זה דג כשר?
כן, זה גם כשר. איך כשר? כשר, מה יודע, היה רשום שם באיזשהו מקום שזה כשר, יש לו קסקסים.
יש לו קסקסים של קובוי.
יש לו סנפיר? כן, כן, קשר לחלוטין.
טוב, נדבר איתך.
You go for Emre, right?
Yeah.
Thank you.
טוב, דבר איתו ישירות, יש איתי אנשים עכשיו, דבר אחר.
כן, כפרה.
Please use your seatbelt for your safety.
Schedule and conduct virtual interviews right from their website. Visit Indeed.com/credit. It's 11:05, and that's our news. Your next update is at 11:30. Breaking news at 1. I'm Jacqueline Pearl on 710 WOR and NBC News radio station.
WOR has your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword at 710WOR.com. Money, that's money. Enter it now at 710WOR.com. The $1,000 payday on WOR.
Giving you the New York advantage.
Mr. New York.
Mark Simone on 710 WOR.
Hey, well, we got a lot to get to this hour. A lot to talk about. So again, so they delivered the articles of impeachment on Mayorkas, the Homeland Security Secretary. You know, the Department of Homeland Security was created after 9/11 to guard the border, guard the homeland. That was their job. I don't know what happened, but it's 20 years later, and now it's a smuggling operation, letting in every illegal, unvetted, unchecked, no ID, just flooding the country with. So of course you impeach the guy. Now, impeaching Mayorkas is curing the symptom, not the disease. If you got rid of Mayorkas, let's just put another speech in there. This is Democratic policy, Biden administration policy. It's not just Mayorkas, but you got to start someplace, I guess. So they have impeached Mayorkas. The articles of impeachment go to the Senate. They were delivered. Now, you remember when Trump was impeached? Every cable network, MSNBC, CNN, all the main networks, they all showed the impeachment articles being delivered. Remember that? They were, big stacks of paper on silver trays being walked from the House over to the Senate. They cut in live to show you these. Here are the documents being walked over. It was like a coronation or something. It was like a pope being shown. I mean, it was a major news. They live coverage of. Yesterday they brought the articles over. Now it got like a half a sentence on the network too. It goes to the Senate where action will be taken. Normally that means trial in the Senate. In this case, it means they'll throw in the wastebasket. Schumer immediately doing everything he can to just kill this, squash this, bury this, total ignoring of it. You're supposed to have a trial. What they can do, if they have to, they'll do the trial in a committee. So it's not a big public trial. What a difference between this and Trump impeachment. If you hear the Democrats' position, this articles of impeachment, why they're partisan. They're unfounded. Partisan. Every impeachment is partisan. That is their preference. Putting two indictments of Trump are totally partisan. Didn't seem to bother him then. And then they said the articles of impeachment are unfounded. Unfounded. Look out the window. Look right down there. There's migrants all over the street. Illegals. Illegals all over the place. Look at how many neighborhoods, hotels have been ruined by illegals. Look at the former glorious Roosevelt Hotel. That's a laundry hanging out the window. Unfounded. This is like debunked. You know, whenever they do say something, that was debunked. Where the hell was this? What does that mean? This debunked. It's physically there. You can see it. There are 12 million illegals simply walking around. So it's not unfounded, obviously. The trial continues. It's off today. Continues tomorrow. Trump has a day off. The problem is he has a beautiful, spectacular apartment in Trump Tower. That's where he goes. Although with his day off, he could do something else. But the problem is, when he's in New York for the trial, he goes home to the apartment and he's basically there. That's where he lives. But it's just an apartment. The good thing about Mar-a-Lago is it's like a whole amusement park he created for himself. He's got a beautiful residence at Mar-a-Lago. It's a whole separate section. Massive, beautiful residence, offices for him. But anytime he wants, he can walk into the club. If he wants to see people, or you just walk around the lobby. There's ballrooms there where there's always something going on. Weddings, parties. He's always wandering, and anytime he wants any action, see some people. At night, he can go to dinner in the big, spectacular dining room. He's got a golf course. He can play golf. And lunch, he can go to the grill there, which is for the golf club, and have it anytime he wants. But the apartment is kind of lonely up there. But I imagine when you're in the middle of the trial, you gotta work even at night. You gotta go over everything with the lawyers for the next day. So he's got this particular apartment. He's got So I imagine when they get home, many hours are spent working on the next day, the trial, the whole deal. So we'll see. You know what the squatter problem? It's not just New York. Liberals, woke, left-wing, kooks have done this everywhere. England is having a big problem with the squatters. And what happens is if you're not in your house, squatters can move in and take over. And I don't know how the left wing came up with this, but suddenly you have no right to their house, they own it. Now, a lot of times somebody's selling a house, or they put it on the market, and they're not there. Sometimes they are. You know, when you go to these open houses, the real estate agent is showing them. Many times the person has already moved somewhere, and the empty house is on the market. No one comes to those is the real estate agent showing people. So this is a good example where squatters can come in and just move in and take it. And if they've been there 10 minutes, suddenly under the left-wing, liberal, democratic kook laws, they own it. You have no right. So they're doing this in England now. Gordon Ramsay has a beautiful restaurant. They decided to close down and renovate the whole restaurant. You've seen this where it happens. They're closing for a month. We're going to renovate. So they close it down. Squatters move in and take it over. And the squatters put up legal notices in the windows. We have possession of this property. Someone will be here. I think 20 squatters in there. But whenever they leave, one always remains. There will always be one person here that keeps possession. So it's a big nightmare. Now, Ramsey's got a lot of clout in England, so apparently he's got the court. But think about this. You can't just have the police throw them out. He has to go to court. He's got a court order on him, but he's got to try to enforce it. The other great chef in England, he's actually the one that created Gordon Ramsay, Marco Pierre White, has a restaurant that was just taken over yesterday by squatters. So it's ridiculous, absolutely ridiculous. This is hopefully in November, you're going to finally see common sense take over, and these insane policies that let all the criminals out. When a squatter comes in, it's his house now. You have nothing to say. Hopefully, voters are going to take it anymore. It may not be showing up in the polls, but hopefully they just get rid of it. So Trump goes to Harlem yesterday. We got the video from the webpage. The crowd cheers. Huge crowd gathers. Biden goes to Pennsylvania. 12 people show up. If you look at the pictures here, check out my Twitter. It's a picture of it. It's the reporters. It's the staff and reporters. And a lot of empty chairs. Can you imagine a president of the United States coming to his hometown, Scranton, and nobody shows up? Nobody shows up. Any president out there, honestly, the president coming. Biden is the only one that cannot draw a crowd anywhere. He's goes out to get taxes. They can't say it. Here's one of them. This is what Biden is. This is all just attacking Trump. I have to say, if Trump's stock in Truth Social drops any lower, he might do better under my tax plan. Well, listen, the stock went public, shot up, then it dropped down. It's been dropping lower. This happens all the time when a big tech company goes public. Huge opening week, then it drops. It'll come back. Just hang on to that stock. It will definitely come back. You'll see it. Often when you buy a stock, you ever buy a stock and suddenly it drops? There's nothing to worry about. Just hang on to it. Put it away and don't even look at it for a month. It'll come back. Warren Buffett once said, if I buy a stock and it doesn't drop immediately, I think I made a mistake. It just always happens. You buy it, it drops. Put it away. Don't look at it for a month or two. Don't look at it every day. It's absolutely ridiculous. Here's another thing Biden. Biden's been using this joke a lot. This is a big joke in the speech. Biden says, just the other day, a defeated-looking guy came up to me and asked if I could help. He was drowning in debt. I said, I'm sorry, Donald, I can't help you. Now, what does that joke even mean? Drowning in debt. Trump doesn't have any debt. Trump is worth about, at this point, $4.5–5 billion. Billion. What does that mean, drowning in debt? He doesn't have any debt. He was worth $2.6 billion. We know that by Forbes, Bloomberg, two great fact-checking organizations as well, $2.6 billion. Then the Truth Social stock, figure that's worth another $3 billion at this point. So he's worth at least $5 billion, drowning in debt. And the other one I don't get is this Biden. This is other people. I didn't inherit my money. Well, first of all, Trump did inherit some money, but he went on to make. His father might have given him $1 billion.
You know what? I'm gonna walk, man. It's okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Give him the day.
Be safe.
She gave everybody $1 million. Here's $1 million. Let's see how many could turn that into $5 billion. It's a pretty good trick. So Biden says, I didn't inherit my money. No, he got it from gangsters in Ukraine, communist China. He got it from all the worst, seediest people on earth. I don't know if that's any better. Hey, that NPR whistleblower came out against, NPR's a fair, that's fine. Look, it's a left-wing, slanted left-wing news service. NPR always has. But what would you expect? Public radio, public television, it's going to be left-wing. Maybe so slanted, so left-wing. But the problem is they and everybody looks and try to create this. Well, this is the one parent balance. Oh, they're not left-wing. They're right down the middle. No, they're as slanted as you can get. Senior editor comes out and reveals what's going on behind the scenes, how left-wing it is. They got a new CEO, and this one.
Oh my God, bro, you saved my life.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Thank you, man. I appreciate you. Thank you.
They put a left-wing kook in as the new CEO. So this editor comes out and is a whistleblower. He tells the truth about what's going on. Well, according to the left, you're supposed to protect the whistleblowers. Now they threatened the guy. They suspended him. They threatened him with firing. They gave him a letter, a final warning. They made up some rule he violated. The guy's been there 25 years. He's a Pulitzer Prize winner. But that's how they deal with things. They just threaten the guy. Google headquarters. Now you see these protesters, these anti-Semitic, anti-Israel, disgusting protesters from all over New York. You see them yesterday burning the American flag, screaming that death to America. They keep telling you this Israel attack. This is your problem. It's everybody's problem. Hamas, this whole anti-Israel. They want to wipe out Israel. And they want to wipe out America. Israel's just first in line. They want to kill all the Jews and they want to kill all the Christians. So this is everybody's fight to stop it. Yesterday, Google headquarters, staffers showed up in headscarves, stormed the New York City, California, and Seattle offices. The protest, the company's $1.2 billion contract with Israel. They want their Google employees, Google staffers, they don't want them to do any business with Israel. What? First of all, Israel is one of the tech capitals of the world, one of the most, if you're in the tech business, you better be involved with Israel, because no other country outside the U.S. has done more in tech innovation and creation than Israel. So this is, even the kooky left-wing, absolute lunatics are all through Google. They're working everywhere. Google Columbia's got a big problem coming. They're going to have to go after it. The Congress is going to apparently start investigating Columbia University. Jewish students, they feel threatened there, they feel safe there. Columbia is an actual absolute cesspool now of anti-Semitism. And you know these disgusting protesters in Michigan, anti-Israel, anti-America, death to America, death to Israel, kill all the Jews, kill all the Christians. These protesters in Michigan organizing now they've had their protest money, but now they're organizing to become an incredible block of voters to deny Democrats the victory.
Rockabye baby, rockabye baby. You know the song Rockabye Baby.
Hard on two-state solution. The two-state solution is so with the fact of the anti-Semitic, anti-Israel lunatics. But now they're in Dearborn, Michigan. Dearborn is a large population area. It's right outside of Detroit. It's where Ford Motor Company's headquarters was for years. That's where Henry Ford lived.
Head to your pickup at 825 8th
So
Ave.
that's why Democrats, Biden's so afraid and trying to kowtow and appease these anti-Semitic lunatics. So, you see Eric Adams yesterday? He's making a speech.
Pick up Llewellyn on the left.
And it was a big luncheon to reveal this plan, the blueprint. Looks phenomenal. Look at the two skyscrapers. That's a magnificent addition to the skyline. Adams is there to speak at this, and protesters run up on the stage, start yelling and screaming, and they have to be carried off by the police. Security stays in the way, and Adams is going, get him off the stage. Police guys, get him off the stage. Or it's something to go home to mom. Go home to mom. building this thing. The whole point of this skyscraper, and they were showing us, it's going to have the most incredible amenities. And the speech they were given, all these speeches were about, this will make people come back to work. This will make people want to come back to work. I really don't think, is it really about the amenities? I mean, if you're forced to come back to work, it's great to have amenities. You know, like, hey, that building across the street, that's a great, the Fisher Brothers, it's a great building. They just put in all kinds of amenities. They took a couple floors, they put in a gym, a pickleball court, a pool. They've really done a spectacular job fixing up that building. And the people that work there love it. But does that really get anybody back to work? It's the commute. It's not the amenities. Nobody's staying home because you don't have a pickleball court at the office. They're staying home because they don't want to drive an hour and a half to rush hour. They don't want to sit on the LIE. They don't want to sit on the Parkway, the Palisades. They don't want to just sit in traffic. They don't want to try and get across the George Washington Bridge. They don't want to be stuck in the drive-through. That's the reason. They don't think they want to pay $50 or $75 at the garage. They also don't want to pay and if the most important thing is a gym, pickleball court, you know, you drive 5 minutes from your house, there's the gym, there's the pickleball court. And whatever amenity you really love, you probably have it in your house. Whatever you like to eat, it's in your house. Whatever you like to watch, it's in your house. So I don't know. They're trying, this is office buildings that we know. Hey, we'll take some calls in a minute. 800-321-0710 is the number. Check out the webpage. Two great videos of this. Here's the video of Trump's visit to Harlem. Here's the whole thing. Watch when he enters when he gets out of his car. Watch when he leaves. I don't know what the left wing's going to do about this. A huge crowd is gathered in Harlem as Trump arrives. Watch the way they cheer him. Watch them applaud for Trump. Watch them start chanting, Trump, Trump, Trump. Apparently they like Trump's approach. They do not like electing troops running their neighborhood. Watch this video. Hey, also, here's another video. This is CBS News reporting on how bad the climate problem is. And scientists and experts say that climate is so bad, the climate problem, Florida could be underwater any day now. The report is from 1982. Watch this report. It's from 43 years ago where they say that Florida's going to be underwater any day now. It's all up on the webpage. Go to 710WOR.com/Mark. 710WOR.com/Mark.
Travis and Bob Sexton, 5 major broadcast and cable news networks urge President Biden and former President Trump to participate in televised debates ahead of Election Day. What is the revenue associated with those debates? No doubt. I think it brings a little bit of the anxiety, quite honestly, that the cable news networks have. Their relevance is slipping away. The voices you need for time right here. Craig Travis and Bob Sexton, weekday to here on 710 WOR.
Head to your drop-off at Jacob K. Javits Convention Center.
Jacob Center. They have exhibit. They have the medical exhibit now. Yeah. It is the pickup address, 825 800. Let's go, Javits Center.
Please use your seatbelt for your safety.
800-476-8359. That's 800-476-8359. 800-476-8359.
Always in Fashion is now Saturdays and Sundays at 7 p.m. on WOR. Fashion veteran Mark and attorney Jesse bring the hot topics, life experiences, and of course, news from the world of fashion. Always in Fashion, 7 p.m. weekends on 710 WOR.
Doctors take field of greens for their own health. Here's Dr. Ryan Green to explain. We're like you, too much fast food, not enough exercise. That's why I take field of greens. The fruits and vegetables in field of greens support my heart, lungs, kidneys, and metabolism for weight loss. And field of greens promises your doctor will notice your improved health or your money back.
Get 15% off with promo code RADIO at fieldofgreens.com. That's promo code RADIO at fieldofgreens.com.
Don't miss our latest health show, Boost Your Brain Time, hosted by renowned functional neurologist Dr. Eric Kaplan, this Saturday at 2 p.m. You need to find out about natural and holistic ways to improve your brain function without drugs or surgery. 2 p.m. every Saturday, right here on 710 WOR.
You could be receiving $1,000 payday on WOR. One time every weekday from 9:05 a.m. to 5:05 p.m. This is the keyword at WOR.com. On WOR. Find your new car today at Paul Miller Auto Group. With thousands of new and pre-owned vehicles of every make and model from your 11 dealerships, they have what you want within your budget. Buy online through their fast-lane process and have it delivered within 24 hours. See for yourself at PaulMiller.com. Hey folks, Larry Otis. You've probably been hearing me endorse why we fight for some time now, and yes, it's true. I invest my own money with you. What makes why we fight so different from other investments? Let's quickly break it down. Why refi offers a secure, collateralized portfolio with a strong fixed rate of return up to 10.25%. There is no attack on your principal if you ever need your money back, and you are in control. You let your investment compound daily or take income, whatever you choose. There are absolutely no fees, and an investment in Y Refi is an investment in America's future. Simply call 888-Y-REFI-24. That's 888-Y-REFI-24. And when you call, you will not get a sales pitch. Just the info you need to see if Y-Refi is a better investment option for you. Or log on to investYRefi.com. That's invest, the letter Y, then REFY.com, and make sure you tell them Larry Otis.
Hi guys, Nancy Grace here, host of podcast Crime Stories with Nancy Grace. It's so easy to think it will never happen to me or my family, but that is simply not true. We seek to victims' families. Every day is a mission to keep one more person safe. Listen to Crime Stories with Nancy Grace on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart. Open your free iHeart app and search Crime Stories with Nancy Grace.
Numbers mean much to me because of prostate cancer. I'm Johnny Brown, the number 2. My stepfather died of prostate cancer, and my uncle suffered so much after prostate cancer surgery. The number 15. 15 years since Dr. Lederman's successful treatment of my prostate cancer. The number 0, which is my PSA. 0 after Dr. Lederman's successful prostate cancer treatment. What every man wants. The numbers 1, 2, 3, 4. Important for every man with prostate cancer. 1. Getting the most successful treatment. 2. Avoiding radical robotic surgery. 3. Keeping sexual function. 4. Maintaining urinary control. Call my Dr. Lederman. 212 choices. 212 choices to consider his prostate cancer treatment for you. Most insurance is Medicare, Medicaid accepted. 1384 Broadway at 38. Call 212 choices for prostate cancer treatment. Call Dr. Lederman. 212 choices. I'm glad I did. You'll be number 1 with Dr. Lederman. New York.
It's Mark Simone on 710 WOR. Calls 800-321-0710 is the number. Let's go to Rich, Myrtle Beach. Rich, how you doing?
Hey, thanks, Mark. I think earlier, 12 people showed for Joe Biden, 20,000 showed for Donald Trump. Same thing happened in 2020, and they still stole the election. I still can't believe people voting for Trump. And I'm worried about the same thing happening this time. No matter who shows up for who, it's Democrats going to try to rig the election.
Well, as Trump says, he calls it too big to rig. He calls it just been too big to rig. Remember, it was different in 2020.
good luck. Take care.
Well, I was calling about the Trump trial, and if you remember, during the Trump's check that the Congress was passing, a bunch of years ago, they also had a little thing about a scandal with a slush fund that was made to cover sexual misconduct.
Yeah, another excellent point.
Pickup scheduled for 11:40 a.m.
They have to pay hush money to a woman who's accusing a congressman. It's paid out of a congressional slush fund. This is something that's not. It's a very normal, everyday thing. It's not. That's the first thing ever to get tried. Hey, when we come to Ann Coulter's on here, she'll be with us tomorrow. Miranda Devine will be with us next. We'll talk to her in a moment on 710 WOR. Let's get the latest news. Here's Jacqueline Carl.
Good morning. Police are looking for 4 suspects after a shooting in the Bronx left 1 person dead and 3 injured. Suspects are riding 2 crews with passengers on each street, firing about 10 shots. University is facing questions that happened today about anti-Semitic Seven jurors come to the scene of the Donald Trump hush money trial. Jury selection is taking today off and will resume tomorrow. And Senator Bob Menendez may slip on his wife at his federal corruption trial. The court say he could blame her for taking bribes and claims he knew nothing about it. Time for a check on the WOR Weather Channel program.
Here's how it works. Max Out Homes buys distressed homes
than their current market value, offering an immediate payment. No delays, no hassle. Once that's done, our team of experts will maximize your home's value and pay you a piece of the profit. For more information, call 800-800-5032. That's 800-800-5032. Whether we rehab and resell, expand, or even rent, we handle it all. And you'll get a percentage of the profit. We buy homes in poor condition, foreclosures, inherited homes, homes with reverse mortgages, homes with non-paying tenants, even land. Call us now, 800-800-5032. Remember, sell once, get paid twice with Maxed Out Homes. Call 800-800-5032. That's 800-800-5032. Or visit maxedouthomes.com. If you're a wholesaler, investor, realtor, or lawyer, we want to work with you. Call 800-800-5032.
Highline.
Your daily cheesesteak from Mark Simone. Both hours of his show. Go to 710WOR.com/Mark this afternoon and download the Mark Simone podcast. 710WOR.com/Mark.
Carlos,
If you
Highline.
have Medicaid and live in New York and need assistance with daily living, you can receive a 100% free service and get help in the comfort of your own home by a loved one. Call Freedom Care now so you can receive daily help preparing meals, bathing, doing laundry, receiving transportation, and more. All done by a family member or friend and get paid to be your caregiver. You get to decide and provide your care, and your caregiver gets paid instantly after their shift. It's all funded by Medicaid, so it's 100% free to you. Call in the next 10 minutes to see if you qualify. So Freedom Care Family will explain the process, making it stress-free for patients and caregivers. Freedom Care is #1 in New York and has received over 4,000 five-star reviews. They've been helping families for years. This service is 100% free to you through Medicaid. So call right now and see how fast you can get started with Freedom Care. Call 516-613-5974. 516-613-5974. Hey, Sean Hannity here. I've got some exciting news. You can now start feeling self-assured about your smile. Smart Arches Dental Implant Center in New York and New Jersey is going to boost your confidence with an amazing transformation in only one day. Smart Arches delivers new smiles every single day. They are pros at solving dental issues and replacing bothersome dentures with an amazing permanent smile, and it's affordable. It's only $12 a day. Now start today again with a newfound confidence. All you have to do is dial #250 on your mobile and say smile again, or just go to their website, smartarchesdental.com. They'll give you a free consultation and a $3,000 discount. That's #250 on your smartphone. Again, keyword smile again, or go to their website, smartarchesdental.com. Get a free consultation, save $3,000. And by the way, if money is a concern, call the doctors now, #250, keyword smile again, and ask about their new Smart Start product line. Smart Arches Dental. Get your smile back, get your life back. The free iHeartRadio app has over 100 commercial-free stations, like One Hit Wonder. Search One Hit Wonders and listen now on your free iHeartRadio app. Free never sounded so good.
PanCan fights pancreatic cancer step by step. Join us on Saturday, April 27th for PanCan Purple Stride, the ultimate walk to end pancreatic cancer. Register for free today at purplestride.org and take steps with PanCan in New York.
Yep.
Or find a walk near you.
Mr. New York, Mark Simone on 710 WOR.
Well, hey, Miranda Devine's a brilliant columnist, best-selling author. You can read all of her columns in the New York Post, and if you haven't read it, read her book, Laptop from Hell. Make sure you get this book and read it. And, of course, follow her on Twitter and just read everything she does. You see her all over television. Miranda Devine, how you doing?
I'm really well, Mark. How are you?
That's good. Hey, the laptop, the Twitter banning the New York Post from all that. It's hard to believe. That was 4 years ago?
I know. It's incredible, isn't it? And what we've learned since then is just mind-boggling about basically the involvement of the Biden campaign in censoring the Post, in getting that dirty 51 letter written by 51 former intelligence officials. It's outrageous. And we also found out now, the Judiciary Committee found out that there were serving CIA people who were involved in that letter as well, including the number 3. So it was a really nefarious situation, and it was all about making sure that Donald Trump didn't win the election, and I guess they were successful in that.
Yeah, but I love the way the media confronted those 51 guys, NBC, CBS, and ABC, demanded to know why they sent them there. And wasn't it Anthony Blinken who organized the letter?
Yes, it was Anthony Blinken, and now Secretary of State, then a senior advisor to the Trump campaign, the Biden campaign, and he phoned this guy, Mike Morrell, who's been an acting director of the CIA and was hoping to become Biden's CIA director, and he has testified that he didn't even occur to him to write this letter and get his former compatriots to sign it until he got this phone call from Anthony Blinken.
And it's great the way the networks at every Anthony Blinken press conference confront them about this.
Yeah, I know. They just crazy. And, we have a fantastic reporter, or a number of them, but one guy, Stephen Nelson, who goes into those press conferences at the White House, and, he's so often not just blocked and not able to ask any questions, or sometimes he's even been excluded from functions, and he's told, there's just no room, but then he gets someone to take a photo inside the room, and there's all these empty chairs. So it's what they did during the campaign in 2020. They just kept the president, Biden, in the basement, and they're still doing it while he's president. And I don't think it's going to change into the 24 campaign.
Yeah. Well, get the book Laptop from Hell and read Miranda Devine's columns. Hey, I'm looking at the pictures of the rally Biden held yesterday in Pennsylvania. It looks like only 12 people showed up, and they appear to be reporters. No one showed up for this.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen that?
But that happened in 2020, Mark. And I don't think we should fall into the trap of assuming that because he gets small numbers and Donald Trump gets big numbers, that is going to translate into winning. It's just, Donald Trump's a very entertaining person, and Joe Biden's boring.
But Trump goes up to Harlem yesterday to that bodega. If you watch the video, it's a big crowd in Harlem. They start cheering him, applauding him. Shouldn't that be scaring Democrats a little?
Yeah, it should, but maybe they don't really care. They act as if they don't really care about what voters think. It makes you wonder how they think they're going to win the election. They may have some other nefarious ways of doing it, because honestly, if you cared about what the voters thought, you would close the border. Everybody, whether they're Democrat, Independent, Republican, be up in arms about the 13 million or so illegal migrants that have come over the border since Joe Biden come over on day one. And if you cared, you would stop that.
Yeah. So Miranda Devine, it's 4 years later. These 51 guys are still lurking around the shadows there, and they try to indict Trump and charge him with everything. What do you think? Do you think they have something up their sleeve for September, October?
Oh, yes, don't you? I don't know what it is, but they certainly are. They've got Trump tied up in these 4 different cases. They've got him in court today. They're just wearing him down like, picadors stabbing at a bull, so that when the broken down old matador comes out, the bull is half dead, and so he looks like a hero. Do they need? They probably have something else. Certainly, I think the censorship regime that we glimpsed in 2020 has not been dealt with, and I guess there's Elon Musk is well dead, but I don't know how productive that's going to be.
Jesse, what's up?
Him as well. So there's a lot of very powerful people who really don't want Donald Trump to win.
But what else? They've done everything. They've called him everything, accused him of everything, indicted him for what possible other thing could they do to him?
Well, the mind boggles. I don't know. I guess they'll only do that if this lawfare doesn't work.
Yeah.
And polls are now narrowing for Biden. I don't really see that, because the margin of error of this poll they're carrying on about is 3.3%, and his, the rise in Biden's poll numbers comparative to Trump is within that margin of error. So I don't see it as being all the big headlines that we're getting from Newsweek and the New York Times that he's closed the gap. I don't see that he's surging, that Biden's popularity is increasing, and they've got this narrative that he did such a brilliant job at the State of the Union, that now voters are looking at him again and reassessing him and think he's wonderful. I think that's a cover story so that they can justify, so people aren't absolutely gobsmacked surprised when Biden, in inverted commas, wins the election.
Hey, that poll was one of those Siena College, one of those stupid college polls, and when they had the experts say the most accurate poll, the expert was Nate Silver, their guy, so I wouldn't trust him.
Well, it's interesting when you look at that poll, it actually oversamples women, and women are really antagonistic to Trump.
Yeah, and that's what they do. They rig the metrics. They undersample Republicans, oversample women. They don't use likely voters. That's always the problem.
Tiny samples. I don't understand why it's so small. They're saying that they're using, it's less than 1,000 people, I think, for that one. And in Australia, those are the numbers that you have there with a much tinier population. It's ridiculous.
Yeah. Hey, January 6th, well, what do you think the Supreme Court is stepping in? This idea of overcharging anybody in January 6th. And of course, this was never done with protesters in any of those other 200 protests. You think the Supreme Court will put some common sense back into all this?
Well, I hope so. There was some audio that was released yesterday, and I think it was Justice Alito was quizzing the Solicitor General for the Biden administration, and just saying, why are these January 6th people being treated differently from, say, left-wing protesters?
Yeah.
And the Kavanaugh, and he brought up some hypotheticals, and she sort of bashes them back. But it was pretty evident then that there is at least a strain in the Supreme Court that sees the complete injustice of the way the January 6th protesters have been treated, non-violent. Some of them didn't even go into the Capitol, and they're serving 2-3 years in jail and would get fined $40,000. And we're just the Kavanaugh protesters or any number of, Antifa protests or riots of 2020, people got off with just a slap on the wrist.
Yeah, it's a good point. Kavanaugh protesters literally stopped the proceedings, disrupted it and stopped it.
Exactly. And they got $25 fines.
What a difference. Well, Miranda Devine, great talking to you. You got to read her book, Laptop from Hell, and read her columns. They're all on the New York Post website. Watch her on television. Make sure you follow her on Twitter. A brilliant columnist and writer. And Miranda Devine, thanks for being with us.
Thanks, Mark. Great to be with you.
All right, take care. Hey, everybody check out the webpage. This is what we're talking about. Trump has to be in New York for 6 to 8 weeks on this trial. So what he's going to do is campaign, do rallies after the trial here in New York.
Yes. Yeah, you read the messages? You read the messages? I send you messages.
Oh, right. How much he's done to screw up New York and create this crime problem. He went to the bodega up in West Harlem. You remember this story? The bodega owner, a guy comes in and tries to attack him with a big knife. And the bodega owner has a gun.
Okay. Yeah, even four bottle water.
Who does Bragg arrest?
Get the yen, baby.
Where are you? Not the attacker.
I'm on the way, 23 and 7.
Okay. This is an example
See you soon.
of Bragg being an
Both medicine. There's two on the table. You see two on the table?
Yesterday, paid a visit
You see them?
to bring this spotlight onto this horrible incident, show you how bad Alvin Bragg is. Now, we have the video up on the webpage, the whole visit. But the issue, what happens, a huge crowd is gathered in Harlem. What happens when Trump gets out of the car? Take a look, they cheer him, they applaud him. Obviously, they're not thrilled with the left-wing lunatics that are running their neighborhood. They like Trump. Watch the video, it's pretty surprising. Now, this is really going to shock you. There's another video. This is a CBS News report. Climate scientists, they show you that the climate problem is so bad, Florida could be underwater any day now. The report's from 1982. It's a 1982 CBS Newscast showing you Florida could be underwater any day. This is 42 years ago. Take a look at the video. This is all up on the webpage. Go to 710WOR.com/Mark. 710WOR.com/Mark.
I'm Michael Riedel. I'm London. White House correspondent John Decker and Laura Curtis step in. Want a guy to get eat a dollar slice of pizza for a good cause? It's Glenn Berman and Mike Michael Riedel in the morning. Tomorrow, 6 to 10 a.m. on the Voice of New York, 710 WOR.
Hey, if you want to get some weight off, here's the best way to do it. Don't take those shots. You don't want to be taking those injections. Better way, quicker way, smarter way, safer way, NJ Diet. In fact, you'll lose the weight twice as fast. NJ Diet. We'll put this in writing.
should change
5149 and make the change today. That's 800-832-5149. Again, 800-832-5149.
Change to
into just free fruits and free veggie supplements? Yes. We start by sourcing the best fruit and vegetable ingredients. We ensure that all our produce meets our rigorous standards in order to give you the highest quality products possible. They are then washed, cut, and put through an advanced vacuum-cooled process that removes the water using pressure. We then take great care in grinding them into a fine powder. These powdered ingredients are then mixed and encapsulated, locking out air and moisture. The capsules are then bottled and shipped right to your door, so you can experience your own personal Balance of Nature success story.
I looked at our supplements also, and they don't have what Balance of Nature has.
Balance of Nature really was the game changer. I'm serious, it works. Go to balanceofnature.com and get 35% off plus $10 off any additional sets as a preferred customer by using discount code WOI.
The following program will be recorded. The president of Columbia University being grilled about anti-Semitism on campus. We have it at noon on 710 WOR.
WOR, WASQ HD2 New York, an iHeartRadio station. Listen on the free iHeartRadio app for all your music, sports, talk, and podcasts. Free. Never sounded so good.
Numbers mean much to me because of prostate cancer. I'm Johnny Bragg.
The number 2, for my stepfather who died of prostate cancer, and my uncle who suffered so much after prostate cancer surgery. The number 15, 15 years since Dr. Lederman's successful treatment of my prostate cancer. The number 0, which is my PSA, 0 after Dr. Lederman's successful prostate cancer treatment, what every man wants. The numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, important for every man with prostate cancer. 1, getting the most
Welcome, Shelly.
avoiding radical robotic surgery. 3, keeping sexual function. 4, maintaining urinary control. Call my Dr. Lederman. 212 choices. 212 choices. Consider his prostate cancer treatment for you. Most insurances, Medicare, Medicaid, accepted. 1384 Broadway at 38. Call
Welcome back,
212
Sally and Shelly. Welcome.
Call Dr. Lederman. 212 choices. I'm glad I did. You'll be number 1 with Dr. Lederman.
There's 58 people here. Click on link. Please click on link to come to London.
Win $1,000 coming up right after the top of the hour news. So it's Wednesday. There's no trial on Wednesday. The Trump trial takes Wednesday off. This is unheard of. There are many trials where they take Friday off. It is believed that amendments that the judge and Bragg don't want any Orthodox Jews on the jury because that community tends to support Trump. So that's why trial on Friday. Wednesday's the off day, not Friday. Because that way, if you're Orthodox, it kind of screws you up getting home by sunset. You have to stay in court till 5 o'clock on Friday.
Yeah, switching to London.
I don't know why this weird thing is done. Also, the gag order on Trump, a lot of legal scholars, Alan Dershowitz, other things.